Hello best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Girl, if this is the first time you're watching my channel, my name is Sebastian and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. Grab a snack, grab a drink, hit that subscribe button. I would be very grateful. You guys, listen. At the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys a couple shows that I highly recommend. So it's like, Sebastian recommends, because a lot of you guys always ask, like, what's your favorite shows and stuff? So I got a couple on my mind that I'm going to share with you towards the end of this video. But girl, prepare, honey, prepare, because so last night's episode of the Kardashians, they were talking, you guys, about this alleged Kardashian curse that has been going around for a while now. I mean, there has been talk about this alleged Kardashian curse for a very long time. And you guys, they were at a restaurant, which looks so good. It's called Casa Vega. Girl, I looked it up, and it's like a Mexican restaurant in Sherman Oaks. But it looks so damn tasty. But a good Mexican restaurant, I love going to Mexican restaurants because they give you the tortilla chips and the salsa. You know what I mean in the beginning, so it's like free food. Now my girl, can I have another basket? Girl, I'm sure I'm gonna finish this in 2 seconds, honey. No, seriously though. No, but for real, so they were sitting there and they were talking about this alleged Kardashian curse. And Khloe puts on a video, a TikTok video. After about an hour, I found the video. So here's the video, and then we can talk.
The Kardashians cursed all the men in their lives. It was alleged that a woman who was an ancestor of the Kardashians sacrificed her soul to 4 witches in Armenia in order for all the women in her bloodline to always have fame, fortune, and beauty, while the men around them suffer. Just to take a look at a few of them. Scott Disick, who went from being a relatively successful businessman to developing severe alcoholism and depression in front of the whole world. Travis Scott, who went from having the #1 album in 2018, then becoming the most hated and disgraced artist of all time, and not releasing an album since. Caitlyn Jenner, who ruined her relationship with Kris and her children, and later got ostracized by her own community. Kanye West, from being at the top of his career to being locked in a mental hospital and running his 2020 presidential run. Pete Davidson, now undergoing trauma therapy after the negative media attention from being with Kim. With all that said, it isn't really a long shot to say that.
You guys, okay, first of all, okay, let me tell you something, okay? Witches, curses, leprechauns, mermaids, aliens, vampires. I believe, bitch. It does not mean that I invite, you do not have my permission to come into my life. But do I believe that things like this exist? Absolutely, you guys. The things I've seen, girl, the things I've seen, honey, and the things I've heard of from people I love and trust. Yes, honey. Listen, this universe, this world is so big, right? You cannot tell me that, that we know everything. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that to me. Like, it just does not make sense to me, right? So anyways, this curse, this witch, this spell that she put on a spell so that, it could affect all the men, but the women can stay famous and rich forever and all eternity. Listen, girl, okay? I'll tell you something. The Kardashians, right? Let's just take the fact that when they started out, okay, this is the part that kind of freaks me out a little bit, makes my nipples a little bit hard, but kind of freaks me out, right? Is that they all started off as like, the sisters, right? So you have, Kim and Khloe and Kourtney, Kendall, Kylie, Kris, then Bruce. Of course, now it's Caitlyn, but when they first started, it was Bruce and Rob and Scott. Those were like the main ones from season 1, okay? And if you really look at it now, the only ones still popping are Kris Jenner, Kendall, Kylie, Kourtney, Kim, and Khloe. Because not even Rob. Rob is out of the picture completely, okay? He also went through a hell and back, you guys. So, I mean, just the fact that Rob is not even a boyfriend or nothing, he's part of the family, and that he also went through it, really makes you think. Now, Kim says, I think it's a little sexist that the curse is blaming just us and not the men in our lives, right? Which, you know, they talk about, you know, how much the men, of course, has also screwed them over, which, yeah, of course. But, like, Fantasy Sebastian says, well, you know, it's not sexist because it's a curse. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. Do I believe that they have a curse? No. But what I do believe, and this is just me, that I do think, in my opinion, that a lot of people practice weird things. That's what I believe, okay, you guys? I do believe, for example, I personally believe in my faith in God. And I also believe in the law of attraction. It may be my way of thinking. It's not the textbook way of thinking, but I feel like we should all think and be what we want as long as we're not hurting anybody or ourselves. I think we should be free to believe in what we want, right? Now, having said that, I do think that the Kardashians are very good at manifesting, and they're very good at maybe other things. You know, maybe they've done other things that have helped them get to where they're at. I saw this video of like hidden, this is of course a conspiracy, but I saw a video, right, of like hidden things in pictures of the Kardashians, right? And they always have like the number 8, which is the sign of abundance, of attracting abundance, right? So a lot of people were saying, you know, maybe they're using these type of things so, you know, it could continue to attract. The amount of abundance that this family has is astonishing, you guys. But I will tell you something, okay? If the Kardashians, the only reason I do think that they get pointed out and they get, you know, a lot of the talk is because they're really the only ones who are out there showing off their riches. You don't really see the Hiltons, or you don't really see, like, you know, other people who are very, very wealthy, aside from like the Real Housewives of whatever, show their riches. But like when you really look at the abundance that the Kardashians have, financial abundance is insane. And if you really look at the bad luck, you know, the misfortunes that they do have with men, I mean, I'm sorry, girl, but like, it makes you wonder. It makes you think, like, could this be real? Could this be real? Now, listen, do I believe that this is like a huge Kardashian witch curse? No. This is what I think. I think that the Kardashians are very good at manifesting. Manifesting is something that I believe a lot in. My faith, you know, I have faith in God. And I also have faith in that you are very capable of attracting into your life a lot of abundance and a lot of greatness, okay? That I do believe in. And maybe it's not textbook, you know, faith, whatever you want to call it. I do my own thing, and I respect everybody's own thing, and I respect my thing. I believe that money attracts money. I believe that abundance attracts abundance. And I think that the amount of abundance that the Kardashians have is because that's all they see. They're surrounded by it. So the more you see it, the more you live it, the more you breathe it, the more you attract it. That's what I believe. I also believe, for example, if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you're like, oh, today's gonna fucking suck, it's gonna fucking suck. Because I believe that the universe only hears what you are saying. So they don't know whether it's a good or bad thing for you. So what happens, that's what happens. That's what I believe in, you know? I really do believe in being a good person and putting out good and receiving good. That's why my tea videos, you know, sometimes I do go into the dark side, but for the most part, I like to think that I'm shedding light and motivating and spilling tea in the nicest way possible, because that's my way of hopefully putting good out, right? In a way of like gossiping, which, you know, I have a lot of trouble sometimes kind of balancing. That's why I try and be as light as possible and not like mean or anything. But of course I'm not perfect. But having said all of that, I really think about it in this way that I'm just like, you know, I think that anyone can have the amount of abundance that the Kardashians have. I just think that we sometimes kind of, we're scared to dream big. We're scared to go to that next level. We're scared to believe that we deserve it, if that makes any sense to you. Also, then let's talk about the guys. I think that also the Kardashians have had really bad luck with guys, because honestly, you guys, even in 2023, I still feel like some men cannot stand their girls being more successful or have more money than them. I really feel like there's still a lot of machista out there, a lot of men who believe that they need to be making more because they're the man. That's such fucking bullshit. And I think that even nowadays, a man has a problem with a strong lady by his side. That's what I think. Not every guy, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that some guys, I do believe, get very insecure. And you know what? Being with like a Kardashian, who I believe also is up their own ass a lot, can be a little bit difficult. But I think that when people say you can't have it all, the money and the love, I do think you could have it all. I really do. But I think that you can have it all when you're as real as possible. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a bigger life, but I think it starts with being grateful for what you have. Being content is something that I don't like, because I feel like when you're content, you get comfortable and you're like done dreaming. So always be grateful, but never like want to just be stuck there. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's a curse, but I do think that they have managed to really like know how to manifest, know how to attract abundance, know how to receive and receive and receive. Now, whether there's a curse or not, here's me giving them the benefit of the doubt and pretending it's the law of attraction. But I really do believe that anyone can have it all. I believe that anything can happen. I believe that we are literally one step away from greatness, but we have to believe it. We have to believe we deserve it, and it cannot harm anyone while we get it. You know, we need to be able to receive while everyone is doing okay, if that makes sense. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm super open to talk about it. I do believe in everything. I believe in mermaids. I believe in aliens. I believe because I feel like this universe is way too fucking big, and we're in the middle watching the recommendations. So we're in the middle watching True Blood. I've never seen it before. It's about vampires and like dark. I love it. But I have to tell you, like, I pray before bed sometimes, every night, and sometimes lately, like with True Blood, I have to watch it like with a good gap between my going to bed time, because it's like, it's not like dark, but there's dark things that happen. True Blood is dark, it's sexual, it's crazy, but it's an adventure. So let me know what you guys think. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.